Shalom, shalom, Ashar Shabbat, Yasharallah. Today's daily bread is going to be prove before you give credit. Whether you're proving a friend, you're courting, trying to prove a spouse, you're going in business, counsel, etc. Prove before you give credit. We're going to go to 2 chapters. We're going to do a little bit of reading. First, we're going to go to the book of, we're going to be in Sirach the whole time, but first, we're going to go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach in your Apocrypha, or your King James 16:11. We're going to start at chapter 6. We'll probably read down to verse about 17. So, starting at chapter 6. Instead of a friend, become not an enemy, for thereby thou shalt inherit a ill name, shame, and reproach. Even so shall a sinner have a double tongue. Extol not thyself in the counsel of thine own heart, that thy soul shall be not torn in pieces as a bull straying along. Thou shalt eat up thy leaves, and lose thy fruit, and leave thyself as a dry tree. A wicked soul shall destroy him that hath it, and shall make him to be laughed to scorn of his enemies. Sweet language will multiply friends, and a fair-speaking tongue will increase kind greetings. Be in peace with many, nevertheless have but one counselor of 1,000. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit. But that's kind of the point we're harping on. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. And there is a friend who, being turned to enmity and strife, will discover thy reproach. Again, some friend is a companion at the table, and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. But in thy prosperity he will be as thyself, and will be bold over thy servants. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and will hide himself from thy face. Separate thyself from thine enemies, and take heed of thy friends. A faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that hath found such as one hath found treasure. Nothing do countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable. Salakia. A faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord shall find him. Whosoever feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright. For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also. So harp over that. And that's just half of the verse. That's just verse going down to 17. That's just half the chapter. But proving a friend, you want to harp on this chapter right here, Sirach chapter 6. Right? We're going to get a little bit more. And I believe it's in Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 37. Excuse me, Salaki, I'm still stopped up a little bit. Still been recovering, man. This weather been tearing me up. It's real. All right. Turn over a few more chapters to Sirach 37. And we're going to read down about verse 12. And it starts. Every friend saith, I am his friend also. But there's a friend which is only a friend in name. It is not a grief unto death when a companion and friend is turned to an enemy. O wicked imagination, whence camest thou in to cover the earth with deceit? There is a companion which rejoiceth in the prosperity of a friend, but in the time of trouble will be against him. There is a companion which helpeth his friend for the belly, and taketh up the buckler against the enemy. Forget not thy friend in thy mind, and be not unmindful of him in thy riches. Every counselor extolleth counsel, but there is some that counseleth for himself. Beware of a counselor, and know before what need he have, for he will counsel for himself, lest he cast the lot upon thee. And say unto thee, thy way is good, and afterward he stand on the other side to see what shall befall thee. Consult not with one that suspecteth thee, and hide thy counsel from such as envy thee. Neither consult with a woman touching her of whom she is jealous. neither with the coward in matters of war, nor with the merchant concerning exchange, nor with the buyer of selling, nor with the envious man of thankfulness, nor with the unmerciful man touching kindness, nor with the slothful for any work, nor with any hireling for a year of finishing work, nor with the idle servant of much business. Hearken not unto these in any matter of counsel, but be continually with a godly man whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. So, Yasharallah, before you give credit to someone too fast and too hasty, prove them first. Read back over Sirach chapter 6 and Sirach chapter 37. Shalom. Kwam Yasharallah.